Move your leg over a little bit.
Hello.
Which one? I was like, what?
We see we already have a bit of a crowd here.
James?
We got
fucking Topo Chico.
we got Mr. F and H. How's it going? Nice to see you over from.
He got in early because that's that's been a while ago.
Mr. Miller, got a Topo Chico open ready for the chat. Fantastic. You're joining our friend Alistair here. Topo Chico. It's the nectar of the gods, if you have not heard.
No, it's not. It's salty ditch water.
Wine.
Salty ditch water.
I'm pretty close.
It's the
You
nectar.
haven't even had one.
Here, let me see it.
I tried it.
It is the nectar.
Oh, I'm super close. Oh, no, wait. Salty pickle water. My bad.
Okay.
It's the nectar of the
Pickles
Rio
are
Grande.
The nectar of the Rio Grande.
Nectar of the
Pickles
Rio
are
Grande.
offended.
Thank you for joining us this evening.
It's the nectar of really shitty gods.
This is the Northern Knives live stream. We basically join up here. Tonight we've got Dakota, we've got Alistair, we have Lori and Mike.
Did you refer to yourself in the third person?
No,
We have Dakota. Dakota's happy to be here. Dakota's hanging out. Dakota likes fizzy water.
Lori thinks that you almost forgot her name.
No, I did not almost forget your name. I'm just
I
pointing
know.
at things. And we're here to talk about knives. If you guys have any questions. Is there any major developments in the knife world recently that we'd want to bring up? Any cool things coming down the pipe besides out of fuel?
Damn it, I killed him
I
later.
refer to Alistair.
I mean, what is coming down the pipe? You know,
Alistair.
I don't know.
Okay, so S45 is coming down hard,
Oh, that's true. That's a really good point.
which
That's really cool.
I'm going to have to own one because I need to know because I can't shit on S35 and not try S45. Plus, also, I listen to the Meat Eater podcast and I watch the Meat Eater show, and the new Meat Eater knife is S45. I feel like
The
Meat
licensed
Crafter,
one.
Meat Crafter, yeah, the Meat Crafter, which is
The Steve Ranella one,
Ranella's,
but
yeah,
the Benchmade one is one
Ranella,
before.
yeah, but Ranella is he is what's it called? Sponsored by Benchmade, so
Zach's
I
saying
feel
that.
like I should. Sorry, go ahead.
No,
No, my shit's not relevant.
I was
Just
gonna
go.
say, Zach said he was cool before it was cool.
Heard about Topo Chico years ago and just started seeing it at Anchorage.
Buy some.
So basically,
Did
you
you pay me?
knew.
So
this-
you've been drinking shit for a lot longer than the rest of us.
But if you can touch back on the S45 for just a minute, right? So Spyderco, it looks like they're switching their whole thing from S30 to S45, like all their pair 2s and pair 3s.
We saw
We
that.
got a pair of 2 S45 in the shop right now.
Yep, we do. So that's
Which
kind of
I
cool.
kind of almost want to confiscate just
Yeah.
because I need to know this deal. Because if I'm mostly, I'm not that curious about S45, but I want to continue to shit on S35.
So if you
So I
want
feel like
on it.
using S45 gives me the license to shit on S.
But here's the thing, though.
35?
it's a Spyderco.
S35 is like the most expensive of the bunch. Like they didn't raise their prices on their like inline stuff really from S30 to S45.
See,
Wait.
just proving my point.
Who is
just
coming out?
proving my
Who
point.
right now do we know of who's coming out with S45 knives?
Spyderco, Chris Reeve.
Spyderco, Chris
Benchmade.
Reed, Benchmade.
The,
Benchmade.
Kind of,
the
Yeah.
new meat crafter
meat
is
crafter.
S45.
Oh, the $300 one? Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, come on now. Give it a chance at least.
3DK, M&W.
No.
No, we are not
No.
coming out with S45.
You're gonna
Please
be
not
happy
put that
here
in.
in a
You're
second,
like Chad, who's always like, hey, where's the
The-
version 2 Riot? Shut the fuck up. There's no such thing as a
It's
version
just
2
over
Riot.
the Riot 3 at this
Sharp
point.
Bevel has pointed out a very, very
Oh.
succinct point here. You've ruined S35 for him for life.
Oh, you are welcome.
Uh,
I have done you a fucking favor.
apparently,
I've used it twice and never again, and my life's been better because of that.
it looks like Spartan's coming out with an S45 as
Oh,
well.
Spartan?
Oh yeah,
Blades?
yeah, the Harsey, yeah. the
Oh,
Harsey, yeah,
fuck it.
that is
Harsey's designing for
yeah.
what's the Harsey blade that what's the Harsey design that is coming out in S45?
It's a Spartan
The
Harsey,
Spartan
so it's
blades.
a folder S45.
Oh, it's a folder.
They did like a Plague Doctor edition, like for
Mhm.
COVID and stuff. That's super cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What?
Looks like Chicago 23 here is claiming you lose toughness on S45 compared to S35.
I thought it was the opposite way because you lose toughness from S30 to S35. So
Yeah.
if you lose even more toughness from S35 to S45, I can't imagine how is that possibly a step up. Why are they charging more
So you
for that?
have an S45 knife.
I
How do
do.
you like it?
I like it a lot. It was in my pocket for like 3 weeks when I first got it, and I have not.
What model? What's the S45 knife you were carrying?
It's the Chris Reeve Unumzon.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
so,
right. Okay.
I buffed it.
How much
The
do
umami?
you use it?
You got the umami?
That one I've used. I used a lot. Like boxes and stuff. I kind of try and avoid the tauntaun because it's got that weird sharpening
You
angle.
could do it.
Yeah, maybe.
You can.
But it's,
there's a trick to Tontos. You know,
it's such a wide.
well,
Like that.
well, you know what you do is you pull you pull the tensioner down
Yeah.
and you let the belt flex a little bit
Okay.
and you get that nice wide
Like on
grind on the Tonto.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And then you do the front side first
yeah.
with a flex blade, and then you tighten it up and you come across it. It's the same
Alright.
thing as like sharpening the amux or the riots.
Yeah.
It works the same way.
Huh. All right. But yeah, good stuff. I enjoy it.
Really? So compared to S35.
I've had one S35 knife. It was like a ZT 566
Mm-hmm.
that I used a fair amount, and it was fine. I don't know.
They're also different grinds.
Yeah, different grinds. Like there's a lot of differences there.
Yeah. Okay, I will admit that it's the geometry is half the sharpness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But okay, but I'm willing to give S45. I'm not
think you should-
shitting on just
Yeah.
S blanks in general.
Yep.
I love S30. You know what I mean? And S90. I mean S110. We have S125 upstairs that we've held on to forever. I do want to put S45 through its paces, but
Are we boring you?
if it's supposed to be easy, if it's supposed to be easier to sharpen than S35, I don't see the point because S35 is it's got a weaker edge retention than S30. So I don't know why I would go to something with a weaker edge retention than that.
S45 is less expensive,
It doesn't
which I
seem
know
like
that's a
it.
sticking point for you for S35, right? Like
That's my biggest problem with it. You know what?
Right.
I'm fine with
Yeah.
S35. It's the
Yeah.
price point that bothers me.
and you're getting that lowered for S45, right?
Okay, so if
So-
S45 is going lower, okay, then I could see that.
Yeah.
Apparently, if this helps you decide, Buck is looking at making their 110 with S45.
Instead of 420 high carbon?
Are they
Standard?
really?
Oh no, wait, no, the autos had S30 in them.
The Elite Autos have S30.
Yeah.
I mean,
But the standard ones have
my
420.
weird 112 has S30.
Yeah, but that's a fancier model than the standard 110 or 112.
Are you saying I have a fancy knife?
Fancier, not fancy.
Oh, okay. One, just a little bit of clarification.
All right.
Yep.
So I don't want to jump ahead, but I don't know where you're at with
Let's see
comments.
here.
Okay.
It depends on the treatment companies do on their steels. Like Medford charges too much for D2.
Well, okay, so that's a little bit of a relative statement.
It's also Medford.
Well, Medford knives are also very expensive just on the face of it, but that's also why we don't use D2. We made a conscious decision to not use D2 and use K110 because it's a cleaner variation, which is also why our shit's
It's
quite
also
a bit
more
cheaper.
expensive than.
Well, it
that
is more
import
expensive
tariff.
than just cold rolled D2 that we got initially. But we moved over to K110 because we could consolidate with Bowler when we did M390 and we did LMAX. Because we added M390. We started out with LMAX and M690.
Yeah.
Then we added K110 as a high carbon variation, and we added M390 as a high end
better
variation.
version, yeah.
So I mean I don't want to say anything necessarily shitty about Medford because I mean they have their fans and they have plenty of guys who have more experience with them than I do, but S45, as far as I'm concerned, it's got a lot to prove because S35 was, it was a fucking swing and a miss as far as I care.
But so many people used it.
I know, and everybody knows that I hate it, and I fully admit that I'm in the minority, and I know I'm in the minority, but I don't give a fuck. I'm not using a steel that other people think is good
I'd like to know
just
what
because
that.
other
I think
people
it's
think
good.
it's good.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what your 45 Rockwells do, and then the
Oh,
Para 2 Rockwells
That's
do.
a great idea.
That is a
I'll
good
bring that
idea.
in and we'll do that.
Shit,
'Cause they're
why didn't we
both-
think of that before this? So I could have Rockwell them before
They're
we came
both
down.
U.S.
Yeah.
materials, maybe.
All right. So our next, should we do it on our next static video, our next live stream? I will
We
have
should
rock
do it
metal
on
numbers.
the next live one. That way we can gather more 45s to.
You know what I
test.
bet we could do too is we could commission Maddie to do a cut test.
Yeah.
He would love
He
that.
would hurt
He
himself.
would love
Oh,
that.
Oh,
No
he would
offense,
definitely
Maddie,
cut
if you're
himself.
watching.
Please explain to me what a cut test is.
Cut
Cut
things.
test is I mean, you basically take a piece
That's
of
such a good
cardboard
idea.
and you just cut until it can't cut anymore, and you see how many cuts it can do. So you do it as 30, you do it as 45, you do it as 35, you do it as 110, whatever. It's a resistance cut test. Cardboard is a very good test substrate because people don't realize how hard cardboard is on edges.
Can you say what your LMAX Amok Rockwell's to?
Oh yeah.
125.
Oh.
Oh, such
Uh,
a glass.
No less than 58 because then it's soft. No more than 59 because then it chips. Once you get into 60, 61, it starts chipping.
Real bad.
We definitely don't want that. We got lucky, and ZT had to learn that lesson the hard way. And we were coming out with trying to push it into 60, 61. And then ZT started having all these issues. It came up on the forums, it was on Blade forums, all that shit. So we backed ours up to 58, 59 because, we wanted to be as hard as we could without chipping. And so that's why our LMAX is always 58, 59.
Before I worked here, I was kind of skeptical about LMAX because I heard a lot of talk that if you don't nail the heat treat, you're going to get a lot of chipping.
It's not easy.
Yeah, but man, it's been nailed, I think, here.
Yeah, it's
sure.
not easy. And in fact, the heat treat oven, it's just off camera, but our heat treat oven has a specific program for LMAX. And LMAX is, I want to say it's 2100, just over 2100. So I think it's 2150, which the messed up thing about those kind of temperatures is once you get into those temperatures is you wrap it in a stainless aluminum. It looks like aluminum foil, but it's stainless foil. But at those temperatures, both the metals start to meld. And so they actually start to fuse together.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to stop that, you have to fill it with talcum powder and tobacco because the tobacco eats up all the oxygen and the talcum powder doesn't burn. And so it stops things from sticking together. So you pull it out of the heat treat oven, you cut the foil off, and then you dump it, and then you flatten it to draw the heat out and to keep it flat, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was a big learning curve for us too, heat treating LMAX. It was kind of a bitch, but we made sure to get ours, dialed in.
Okay, another question here. There was a fancy limited 110 and 45 and marbled carbon fiber recently. 110.
Buck
Buck
110.
110.
Buck 110?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen that
Cool.
already.
Buck 110 and S45?
Right?
And
That sounds
marbled
awesome.
carbon fiber.
I like marble carbon fiber.
I do.
Is that like chopped? The chopped carbon
Like
fiber
sort
is?
of swirly.
Do you remember the gold class bench tray, the 4A from a couple years ago?
Yeah, or the cigar cutter they had?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
What do you guys think about 80 CRV22? I just got a
CRV2.
Winkler crusher, and
It's a
so far
tool.
so good.
I don't know much about it. I just know that a lot of people are using it.
I know most of the lower end Chinese SKUs of Benchmade and Kershaw use. Not Benchmade. Gerber and Kershaw use that.
Well,
No.
that looks
You're
like
thinking-
that
that's
looks.
You're thinking
MV2.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
is that not a Chinese steel code? Because it looks like a Chinese steel code.
That's what those Serbian chef knives that we got in
Yeah,
over the
Semper Sharp
holiday.
uses that.
Oh, okay. Basically, isn't that like 1085, 1095 ish?
Something like that. I don't know much about it.
I thought it was
It's just another carbon steel.
okay. I thought it was 1085, give or take.
Maybe
But
1080, 1085.
Well, short. We don't know.
Supposed to be pretty decent.
hey, you know what? If you like
Right.
it,
I mean, if Winkler's using it, I'm sure it's.
I'm sure there's got to be
Yeah.
there's got to be a comparative code made in Europe and or the US, and just that specific code I don't know because I don't follow Chinese steel codes.
Let's see here. Microtech over Medford all day.
Mm-hmm.
The DBK came out with their own fixed knife in LMAX, and it passed their torture test.
Well, Microtech is using 204P now, Carpenter, mostly because they were using
They
M390.
still do.
They do, but it's not very often anymore.
It's about 50%. Like
Yeah.
you'll get M390 and 204P, and sometimes you'll get LMAX in the mix.
Yeah, which is why if you buy a Microtech off the website, it doesn't say what steel it is.
Yeah.
And so we get people calling, what steel is this? It's like, well, we don't put it up there because it changes so often we
always
never
a
know.
variation.
But 204P is it's the same chemical makeup as 20CV and M390, but watered down just a touch. And that's Carpenter's variation. So I don't know. What do you guys think about 204P versus D2? Well, because the only other thing that Medford uses is S35, which, I mean, I'm not going to beat this. I'm not going to beat this dead ass horse again.
They have some
but-
limiteds in S90.
Do you
Oh,
think?
that's right.
I
We've
mean,
got one upstairs right now.
Yeah.
204 is a higher number than 2, and P is further in the alphabet than D. So obviously 204P is superior to D2.
Well, it probably is superior, but I don't know.
That is sound logic.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
No.
Motherfucker. All right. What's the next question? Are you just lighting matches off the floor just because you can?
No. What is the,
That's an absolute yes.
What's the funniest items brought to you and also items sold by Northern Nut?
Didn't Ray
Oh.
sell a gold tooth?
No, he worked out a deal in trade for a gold tooth.
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
what it was.
Because they couldn't afford the knife, so they were like, how about that?
That's fucking crazy.
So we did a trade for a gold tooth, but I mean, we've done all kinds of weird ass trades. I mean, basically, if it's not illegal, we'll kind of figure something out. Like if you look at our website, if you go into our frequently asked questions, it's like you
love
will
to
work
trade.
trades and everything, and it's like I'm sure the taillight for your '99 Chevy Silverado is in mint condition, but we don't know what to do with it, so we're not trading for that fucking thing. But we'll basically trade for anything that's interesting, even if it has nothing to do with this. If it's interesting, we're down at trade for. So the gold tooth is probably my favorite story. What have we traded for that's crazy interesting? I mean, it's always. I mean, it's not necessarily interesting. It's just stuff that's interesting to us. Like, I mean, we traded for like
What about that
two
Spetsnaz
Glocks
machete?
and two Glocks and a CZ. I mean, we trade for all kinds of weird ammunition, like 458 SOCOM. We traded for a bunch of 458 SOCOM ammunition one time. Like, I don't know. That's interesting to me, but I don't know. The weird stuff we get is, I don't know. It might be weird to the lower 48, but it's not weird to us. Like an USIC, and we traded for an USIC that had a bunch of walruses scrimshot on it. So we had a walrus penis with a bunch of walruses drawn on it.
I mean,
Like, that's
what,
kind of weird.
For high
that's
school.
what it does. All right. Let's see here. What else do we have?
RMJ Hawk.
You
Yeah.
need glasses to
Yeah, that's
talk
what-
about
No,
this.
RMJ Hawk. RMJ. You refurbished an RMJ Hawk
Yeah, I don't know if it
and
was
did
that
copper
one.
copper barrels on it too. It looked good as shit with micarta handles.
Will's is in 80 CRB2, which we were just talking about.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought I just stripped it and did an acid dip on it. I thought that little it's the other little tomahawk that we have on the wall that we redid in copper.
I thought that was an RMJ. No.
No, it's a. My brain's not working.
I'm
Not a
looking at this,
Wilson.
and Chicago 23 is bringing up a good point. Microtech Alpha Mini for the zombie
I
apocalypse.
It's
do
a
like
little
that.
small.
I
so.
do. Yeah, but that
Yeah,
it's a bit of Turkish revenge.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what Turkish revenge is?
No.
Take a 2-inch knife and you stab somebody in the ass. It's called Turkish revenge.
Are you
Why
saying
like
Gaddafi?
it's called Turkish revenge?
It's called Turkish revenge. Somebody please Google Turkish revenge.
No.
Be careful.
But it's usually no more than a 2-inch. So it's a smaller blade, but it doesn't matter. We should
Oh.
move on.
Timothy here is
Here you
pointing out. I'm good. Timothy
Hold on, wait.
here-
I'm fully blind. If you want to wear these,
He
No, I'm
needs
good.
glasses.
Timothy is pointing out that 80 CRV2 is a
Swedish saw steel. Okay, all right.
There you go.
And then someone's taking their Leatherman out of their pocket for some reason.
Are we pocket checking?
Well, I'm sure.
No, we're not.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Oh wait, hold on. Should we preempt the bug out question that we're gonna get? Bug outs. All
Yeah.
right. So, unfortunately, we have bad news on the bug outs.
Oh no.
We're down to the last batch though.
We are down to the home stretch. We were almost done, and we have fried the laser for a third fucking time.
Yep.
So we have fried the motherboard. I have replaced it with our backup and fried our backup. No fault of my own. And then we have the original motherboard and the original motherboard that we burned out. So unfortunately, we have to now order parts.
You're like a child.
I'm a child.
Unfortunately, we now have to order parts from guess who? China. They're the only ones that make motherboards
Goddamn
for
China.
lasers. So it's gonna push us back a bit. But the good news is I was fully caught up.
No, you weren't.
No, I only have 3 scales. There's only 3 scales. I was fully caught up to
I'm
you.
gonna go check out.
I swear to God, I will bet here. I will bet you that amount of money. I was fully caught up. There was only
If you
3
stopped
scales left
ruining
upstairs.
scales, then you'd be less caught up.
Okay, so you got me. But,
Okay.
so the problem is, the laser is going to be down for probably 2 weeks. But the good news is, it's going to take Lori a couple of days to catch up with me, so it's not much of
I
a
got blades
delay.
in there right now. They're blades, so they're fast.
All right, so
We're having someone asking for Lori to do a pocket check specifically.
Weird.
well, shit.
How
Guess-
about somebody else start?
Guess who brought every fucking thing?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Pulls out the kitchen sink with the knife welded to it.
Somebody else has to start.
What's
I feel like
the?
Lori should be last on
I'm
this
so
one.
excited for this.
Oh wait, they don't give a fuck about what we're doing. Will wants a Lori pocket check.
Because he knows. We
So
talked
I
about
have a Dirac Delta double edge. It's a number 1. And go
It's
ahead.
just gonna be like, whoosha!
And then I have a bailout aluminum scales.
Oh, you don't have yours with the like broken glass pattern anymore?
Sold that over a year ago.
Damn, I pay attention.
Yeah.
Your turn.
My turn. All right, I've got a couple of things here.
Got your leg.
I've got my leg, so let's just go ahead and get that in the shot there. That way, that's the way. All right, it's over there somewhere. All right. So one is not technically mine at the moment.
Yeah.
This is a Scarab 2 from Hardy. He's on the chat right now. So thanks for that one. And then second is a Hinderer XM18 3.5. No
Really?
trail. Yeah.
I didn't know you were rocking a Hinderer.
Yeah.
I forgot you got that
I did
with
get that.
the fucking
The bronze.
bronzed titanium.
Yeah.
Do they
I
dip
think-
it in bronze or is it just
That's
anodizing?
anodizing.
I want to dip in bronze.
So that's
All
what
right.
I got.
All right, so Dakota, you're up, and she's gonna play us off here.
Okay. Well, I got my 112 buck and S30 with the micarta, and
In true old man style.
yeah, it's a little bit. It's got the fucking thumb studs. I mean, it's a little bit
It's a
narrow.
little new. It's got a clip on it.
New
Yeah.
again. Yeah, but it is an old man definitely designed that fucking big ass clip.
I don't like to put it.
And nobody does.
I got the Gerber Flattron,
Flat iron.
flat iron,
Flat
and it's got the blue micarta handle, and then Lori Cerakoted strategically some bits like the blade and the back thing, and the clip has burnt bronze, so it doesn't look like a Gerber, and it looks classy and nice. And it is a fucking murderer of boxes.
It's
D2.
D2.
It's
D2.
really
Oh,
good.
it's D2.
It just goes through boxes like a motherfucker.
All right.
And I got it sharpened for the first time today after the
Ooh.
Cerakote.
Who sharpened it?
Chad.
Chad sharpened it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, so it's definitely not sharp.
Is that Rick?
Because Chad, I mean,
it is.
we're gonna get to it, but Chad commented.
I've also got my mini click, which is supposed to be tumbled copper, but it is no longer tumbled. It's very polished for my pocket. And then a bunch of miscellaneous tools that I'm not going to pull out of my pockets.
All right.
Oh,
So
well, I
you're-
have a pen too, but I would get a brag. All right, Lori,
What do you
get your
What do you got?
goddamn backpack full of knives.
Yeah, what do you got?
No, I got purse full of knives.
You just carry
That sticks out like you would walk around like that.
Yeah, we need to clear some room here. All right.
Okay.
All right. Lori was fucking prepared for this.
I have a Gerber coffin handle buoy with a wood handle, for one. I have a Don DeZarn 3-fingered skinner with, I think, S30 and pink G10.
It's S35. Has to be.
It's S30.
No, it's
A
not.
William Henry attaché. I've got
Carbon fiber wave Damascus.
my godson's Victorinox.
Jesus
Glory.
Christ. Did Fisher Price make this? Hey, Rocket!
It was in the box.
This is plastic. Look, it doesn't even do anything.
He's 1.5, okay?
Why do you carry this?
Because I have to
Look how-
bring it. If
look
I
how
go
fu-
out there or she comes in and I don't have it, then
Look
I'm
how
like,
fucking big it is.
it has like 7 tools on it. Give it a break. It has a spoon and a
Where
fork.
can I get one of those?
Well, Toys R Us mostly.
It's actually Victorinox brand.
Ultratech, Thomas Bear,
This is a Ultratech first gen.
Hellbent holster wallet. With
You don't gotta go that
110,
far with it.
CT or Benchmade
Okay, there you
65, Bob Flint holder,
Christ.
Lone Wolf Cheyenne, UTX 70 carbon fiber Damascus double edge.
Oh my God.
You know,
Limited edition.
if I walked away with this, would you notice?
Yes, I would. I would notice, and I know.
Yeah,
What and I
I
would call
love
Claire
this
and be like,
fucking
"Your
knife.
husband's
Hey,
behind
you
it."
always talk about that knife, man.
I should have shut my mouth and just fucking quietly pocketed it.
I counted these. Don't worry. 550
What a fucking mini grip.
in M390. I got a grape knife, Great Eastern. I got another William Henry that was Ray's old knife. And then I got another Great Eastern. And I got a, hold on.
This is becoming like the mashed potato mountain from UHF. This means something.
Chapstick.
This is important.
I got some eye drops because it gets real smoky down here.
Oh, I hide them back here if you ever
Oh.
need them.
And I got my Morgan Silver Dollar from 1896.
Jesus Christ.
And
Okay.
that's it.
Glad you asked. Thanks, Will.
Yeah, thanks, Will.
All right. What where are we at now here?
Anybody else? Anybody?
We already went. It was
Yeah,
super
we-
easy for us.
Let's see here. You should see about the next colorful filth art on a 0562 titanium.
I mean, that might actually big canvas.
As long as it's still available and we can get it in decent numbers. The problem is hitting up ZT for what was at first a limited edition knife seems like it would push us out several months to be able to get that job done. I mean, we already have to rethink how we do this because they're getting too popular. It's killing us.
One is none, two is one, and Lori's pocketbook is even better. Have you considered a Bushmaster carbine prop leg a la Planet Terror?
It's harder to get than you might think. So,
Although I
Not
will say,
easy.
me and Joey did discuss this. Like, what do we got? A 16-inch barrel?
The clown car of purses. It's like when a magician keeps pulling stuff out of his hat.
oh my God.
I'm glad I
You
made
ever-
everyone's night.
Do you have a rabbit in there?
I have a Arnold Bernard Warthog keychain that I didn't bring
I
out.
know, I can't find mine. I'm depressed every time you have
Oh.
yours.
There's just like pull Franklin out of her purse.
So,
There's a hole in the bottom of his face.
Here's Farva.
what other big things are going on in the knife world? S45 slowly creeping in and replacing S35.
Well, what's funny about that, though, that I think that Benchmade's kind of fallen behind the times a little bit is because, like, was it 2 years ago? They were like, all right, no more 154. We're doing S30.
Yeah.
Do you know what I think the only fucking reason for that was? Their hologram machine broke. And so they didn't want to buy a new one. And on their sheepfoot 154s, that's the only hologram blade they were doing. And so they're like, fuck, we can't do that. I guess we're going to S30. I'm pretty sure
That's a bold statement.
I think it's true. I think it's true. I will stand behind it.
It sounds like one of the engineers was like, finally an excuse where I can show how expensive it is to keep fucking doing this and we can upgrade. Hecha!
I feel like Benchmade's going to call us early tomorrow morning and
I
be
hope
like,
so.
hey,
hope
don't
so.
bother ordering more knives because you all can fuck off.
They won't say that. Everyone knows we love Benchmades, especially myself.
I mean, Jesus Christ, we picked their bug out for our project.
Yeah,
I mean,
right? Yeah.
Obviously, we love them,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Are there any other new knives that you guys are excited about coming out, or
I
put
don't
you on
know.
the spot?
I mean, it's not new necessarily, but I'm really excited about some like Demco's mid-techs, like the 8020 mid-tech is kind of...
Benchmade has a titanium handled axis lock thing that was like some kind of prototype. I mean, I don't know if there's okay. So last year when we did the summit, so I don't know how much inside information this is.
I mean,
or
all
what I'm
stuff should
supposed
be
to
released
say,
already.
But remember they had when we did the summit last year, so you did a Zoom call and they talked to the dealers and they talked about new products that are coming up. And they had this unnamed, undescribed titanium folder that was coming out with 20 CV.
Oh, I know exactly what it is.
Right? And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
dude, I'm totally on board with that. And still has not shown up.
It's a 782.
Okay. Well, you said it, not me.
Oh, well,
Like
shit.
the Anthem predecessor?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, okay. So I was very interested in that.
I mean, that's just like my, like, from all the knowledge that I have, I'm like assuming that's what it is. I don't know for a fact that that's what it is.
Well,
So I'll say that, but, like,
I mean,
that's-
other than that, like, really, I really like ZT, and I really want something really nice out of ZT that I want to carry. My problem with ZT is their factory makes more anticipation and disappointment than it makes fucking knives. They make a shitload of catalogs, and they make a shitload of fucking sprint runs and all this shit on their website. But when you actually go to order stuff as a dealer, they're like, sorry, we don't have that, or we don't have that, or you don't spend enough. It's like, well, you know what? I would spend more if I could actually get something. Meanwhile, I got to buy just this run-of-the-mill stuff. And it's like, they're like, well, you got to spend like $50,000. Well, I would, except that you only have $20,000 worth of interesting shit available.
Yeah.
So I don't understand where we're supposed to go. And this is coming from a ZT collector. I've had more ZTs than any other brand, even more than Microtech. I don't understand what ZT seems to love and hate their dealers all at the same time. I don't understand what they're doing.
You guys are frenemies.
Well, I mean, I don't want to put it that way, but it kind of seems that way. Like, I buy almost every fucking thing. Like, if you look at all the ZTs we have on the wall, I've owned more than half of them. And I will always go to ZTs, especially if they're not S35. And they put out this cool stuff, and then we never are able to order it or sell it, or it never shows up.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know what to do with them. So I was really excited about some new ZT stuff, but it always just passes us by, and we're like, oh, okay, all right, well.
The sprint runs we don't get, but we get, there's like tritium scaled 350s that we've gotten in the past, and
That's
we
true.
still have access, but those are exclusives, and the new stuff hasn't come out yet. There's like 2 new models that we ordered months ago that just hasn't come out yet. So it's just the sprint runs that we don't get at this point. We really don't spend enough of them, and I don't think it's
Well, I mean, we
Kershaw's
would
ZT
if we could get shit. I mean, that's the problem. I mean, you place a $10,000 order with Spyderco, and $2,000 worth of knives show up, and then over the course of the next 6 months, they slowly trickle in. Like,
yeah.
how much money do you want me to spend when I can't get shit? You know, it's I'll spend as much money as knives you'll send me, but you don't send me shit. So what do you want me to do? You want me to place a $75,000 order and let it just slowly trickle in, and we get hardly any of it? And then they're like, well, you didn't spend enough. Well, yeah, I'd have spent more if you'd actually fucking sent it to me. I kind of feel that way with ZT. I'm getting irritated with them.
ZT has a lot of stuff out of stock. Spyderco does as well. Banter
Yeah.
does as well. I think keeping up with
But
production right now
with
is a hard
ZT having such a small catalog, I mean,
True.
they got what, 25 SKUs? 25 fucking SKUs. You can't keep up on 25 SKUs.
Yeah.
And then you have 10 SKUs that are sprint runs. What are you doing? What are you doing? How come of these 25 SKUs and we place an order and they have minimums on it, which is weird because a lot of other makers don't do that. So it's like you have to order them in multiples of 3, 6, 9, whatever. All right. So order 6 of everything, and then you get 4 of this and 4 of that and 4 of this and 4 of that. I'm like, well, you don't spend enough money. Yeah, well, I can order it, but you're not going to fucking send it to me. So what does it matter? So unless we're Blade HQ, or unless we're Knife Ship Free, or unless we're, some other massive place that places a $95,000 order, they just don't give a fuck. So there's this hump we have to try to get over with ZT, that they're actively fighting us getting over that hump. And as we're busy, we're a small business owner, we have a lot of other things going on. I don't have that kind of time to devote to ZT. Like, I'll order it, but you're not going to send it. So how much time do you want me to waste on asking you to send me shit that you have no intention of selling me, and I have no hope of getting? Sorry.
No.
My ZT rant is over now, I guess.
Let's change topic.
The only reason I'm passionate about it is because I like ZTs, and I've carried them, and I've owned tons of them.
You sound like a parent who's disappointed in their child.
Yeah, I very much am.
Your opinion on the Spyderco Techno 2?
I like it.
Not
The
bad.
Tech 2?
Yeah.
The 2 Tech?
Cute little knife.
Yeah.
Way to take a stand, guys.
Well, it's it's not my favorite knife, but like as far as like Marcin
knives.
Sleech's designs for Spyderco, it's one of my favorites.
I mean, it knives.
Do you know
It
what it looks
knives.
like?
It knives.
Do you
What?
know what it looks like?
Yeah, I know. I've had to take pictures of it several times. I know what it is. I'm just like, it
Yeah.
knives. It's like, I don't know. It's just like a forgettable knife. I
I
don't
don't
know.
think I wouldn't say that, but
There's nothing like super unique to it to me that really brings it to mind. And I've had to deal with them several times because they get traded in every once in a while.
it's one of like 6 or 8 Spydercos like all time that I would own. I feel like
Dude, I really
Not
like the
so bad.
Nirvana.
not so like yeah, the Nirvana's cool.
I really like the
Nirvana's
Nirvana.
cool.
And I really like the Rock Lobster.
Oh yeah, we couldn't find you one of those, man.
Yeah, well, Hardy, shout out to Hardy. He was looking hard for me, but they were going for so much money. I just
Yeah.
couldn't bring myself to buy it.
Well, we'll finish the ZT rant here.
All
Yeah,
right.
ZT is failing for the past 2 years. ZT fails spine test.
I thought the spine test thing was kind of over.
So what he says is he loves ZT.
I kind of do and kind of don't all
It's a
at the same
love-hate
time.
relationship. It's fine.
Well, I mean, it's like a relationship you have. Like, so I don't know if y'all have had these relationships where it's like you fight constantly, but the sex is great. I mean, that's kind of how I feel about ZT. Like, I kind of hate to love you.
What are your thoughts on the Benchmade Claymore, the new one that just came out?
I like it. I think it's a great knife.
I think it's pretty cool.
It's what, 195?
Yeah, it's
You know,
195.
you know what it reminds me of is that what's that? The Boker Strike.
Oh yeah.
Wait, but so much better
Better
Boker
quality.
Strike than the Boker
Does
Strike.
anyone know what the Braille says or the Morse code
I
that
don't.
they put on there?
We tried to look.
Benchmade.
Me and Chad tried to look at the Morse code and it didn't go well.
Oh,
'cause
I
like,
don't
Oh,
know.
I have a Morse code or Braille.
I think it's Morse code
yeah.
Oh, okay.
because
Yeah.
it's
All right.
longs and shorts.
One thing about that though that people don't realize that's the first time Benchmade's ever used CPM D2
What's the
not just
difference
D2.
between D2 and CPM D2?
Crystal.
Specifically made by Crucible. That's
Yeah.
CPM, Crucible Particle Metallurgy.
Yep.
Is
D2.
it better?
Yes.
Tiny little molecule.
Well, so CPM D2 is supposed to be powdered D2. So the impurities, it's supposed to mitigate any impurities in it and make a cleaner D2, which is why we buy K110 because it's supposed to take CPM D2 and make it even cleaner than that. They call it hyperclean M390 and hyperclean K110.
Sure.
Y'all look at me
That's,
like
uh,
I'm
I was
No.
reading that
Okay.
we
No,
figured out what it
that
says.
makes sense. So basically, it's got a more uniform crystalline structure because it doesn't
Yes.
have the
Yes.
impurities.
Yes,
That's what you mean.
yes.
Okay.
That's what they
So D2 and CPM D2 is cleaner than D2. And as far as we know, and the reason we went with K110 is because K110 is cleaner than CPM D2.
Will wants to let you know that ZT is right now shipping you a batch of 462s and S35 with natural G10.
I hope not because they
Because
come
they
with
love
20
Mike.
DD.
Good, because I got to piss. So I got plans for those.
Plastic handles, though.
It's
Yeah.
grivery.
It's not the
It's
worst thing.
grivery.
I mean, technically, phenolic resin is, if you really want to get down to it, is a kind of plastic. It's so like G10 kind of plastic, micarta kind of plastic. It's all plastic, but it is highly.
Well, I mean, it's all
It's extremely glass fiber.
it's all fancy fiberglass.
Yeah, that's all
I
it
mean,
is.
if we're honest.
Well, he's right though. It's really not the worst thing.
It's really
Yeah,
not.
no, it's
Yeah,
not.
It's not.
No, it's not.
I mean,
You could have a buck 110.
I believe it's front towards enemy.
front towards enemy.
And that's like what I assumed. Like on all the prototype pictures I saw, it said like front towards enemy.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
But
Did
it
the
wouldn't be.
maker of the Claymore mines be like, you can't use that?
Oh
I mean-
no. So Sharp Bubble says it's FTE, which would be also front towards
Oh,
enemy.
there you go.
Okay, that makes sense.
Ah,
Makes sense.
which is on the Claymore
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah.
Can't wait to grab a Demco 20.5 with the Shark lock, particularly the Shark foot variant. That's literally Chinese to me. Can you explain?
Well, I was talking about the 8020 earlier, which is like one of the knives I would like the most at this point, but the secondary market is killing them. I'm not going to pay $800 for that one. It's $450 usually, but they're coming out with the 8020.5, which is like Chinese steel, like stupid handles.
Did you say stupid handle?
Yeah.
Stupid handle. Are they like pink swirlies or something? Or?
No. No,
Okay.
but it's just a bastardized version of 80/20.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
We Killer ZT 2014 to 2021. What? Oh, We Killed ZT. Okay. Yeah,
We
We
were talking
Knives.
about
I
We
think we're talking
Knives
Oh,
about-
we knives.
are killing ZT. Yeah.
Yeah, the past few years.
I've watched. Sorry, I'm skipping ahead. No, I'm skipping ahead. I'm shutting up.
Do you guys think We Knives is just beating the shit out of ZT and Kershaw? Because Kershaw's a fucking monster.
Well, okay, but it depends on how you look at it because We Knives is 100% China and Taiwan, and ZT is 100% Oregon.
Yeah.
So I mean,
But if you look at the brands, right? Because like you've got like We is the ZT, as the VV is the Kershaw. Like they've got their parent brands that are like better, nicer.
but also We Knives, they have like 400 different models,
Yeah.
whereas ZT has 20.
Which maybe ZT should have 400 models.
Well, the problem is
They
they
don't
just
wanna water down their
discontinue. They
product.
discontinue
That's true.
everything.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Scavenger.
the 300 chassis, the 300 chassis totally discontinued. But then when it comes up on special editions as the 303 through a distributor, it sells out so fast we can never even get one. I mean, I sold my 302, the Desert Tan scale one. I sold my 302 for like $500, and I underpriced it.
That is crazy.
Such is life. So Chicago 23, Microtech has a YouTube channel. They torture tested the LUDT, the LUT, and shot it with a 40 cal. The 204 steel only chipped on serration and still worked well.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're chipping serrations off a knife and it still works well, that sounds like some marketeering. But yeah.
Well, I watch Microtech's channel. I mean, I'm they do fakes and
Is it?
all that kind of stuff.
I was going to say, is it better on their website?
No, it's not. No. But they show how to use their glass breaker and everything. Like it's not a bad channel, and they're smart about it too. They keep their videos short. I like I said, I watch it, but
They got some know-how behind it.
yeah. But I don't know. Shooting 204p with a 40 cal. Yeah, I mean that's all well and good, but if you look at the metallurgy behind it, there's no possible way that 204p stands up better than M390 or stands up better than 20 CV. You know what I mean? Okay, that's cool and all, but if that shows how tough 204p is, then that just proves how much more tough M390 and 20 CV are.
Well, it makes me think like, it's borderline taking a knife, punching it through a car door, and then skinning a tomato. That's that kind of marketing.
Well, I mean, we've even talked about this in the past. Is taking like I won't say the maker of the knife, but it starts with an E and it ends with an Emerson. And we were talking about taking his 154 cm knife and just cutting it in half with one of our knives with the steel that we use.
I have an industrial sling arm if you want to do that.
I'd be fine
Those
with that.
arms?
What?
No, he's talking about like a
Slingcaster.
yeah, like a
Oh,
Mythbusters.
not your arms.
Like
No,
a Mythbusters cutter.
No, it's a sling caster that can do up to like a 20-pound load of molten metal.
Gotcha.
So it could easily do like a knife.
We're falling behind.
We are falling way behind because we
Okay.
digress.
X-ring, don't know what that is.
beats we.
Yeah, Will's kind of.
Oh, Riat beats me. I agree with that.
Yeah, he's kind of.
Riat makes some cool ass shit.
Yeah.
Let's see here. 20.5 uses Oz 10.
Austin.
It's a scaled down version of the 8020. It's got plastic handles. I would rather have the 8020 also, but I'm not paying $800.
And David, I agree. I'm not
Yeah.
thinking of it either, but I'm also not going to buy a 20.5.
By the way, Aaron has a great point.
We
Wolverine
laughed
from
like
X-Men has the best steel.
Yeah, we already
He's
laughed
right.
about it. You missed
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adamantium?
Or the-
Sneaky.
Hello. Appreciate the bounty hunter. I was surprised to see it, so I had to buy it.
Well, that
I'm
would
happy
make that
you're
happen for you,
enjoying
man.
it, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Laughy laugh, cry cry, and LOL.
All right, sweet. Caught up.
Fair enough, brother.
Yeah, man. You do you.
Oh my.
Oh, geez.
Oh my god.
I think Chad
More
just
sage.
died.
Yeah, he just hit the floor.
I think we need more sage.
Yeah. I haven't heard anything since.
It took like
So we're convinced that this
2
building.
hours.
So if anybody that doesn't know, hold on.
This
So
building
anybody
is old as fuck. from
Anybody that
Alaska.
doesn't know, the building that we're sitting in right now was built in the 50s,
58.
1958. It's see, there we go.
What?
So this building was built in the 50s. It survived the 64 earthquake, and it was at one point it was the original Bushco, which is where I don't know if you keep up on your serial killers, but the butcher baker used to hunt hookers in this building right here. And so many times,
Adam on the line.
me and Lori, I think me and you and Ben are the only ones. So
I thought Joey
I
had.
heard something.
Joey
I've
too.
heard
Okay.
things in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
complained
there's
about
been-
it when I started working here, and you
Okay.
guys just kind of brushed it off.
Well, because you told me it was people walking on. Anyway, so the thing is, so we've been down here, like I've been in this building by myself, and it sounds like there's a goddamn wrestling match going on upstairs. And I go upstairs, and there's nobody in the building, and I have the cameras linked to my phone, so I can watch all the security cameras. Nothing going on, but it sounds like there's a wrestling match going on upstairs. And I'm here by myself. Go upstairs, check it out. Nothing. All right, so that's getting creepy. And then I come downstairs, it gets louder. It's happened to her. It's happened to several of us. So we're convinced that this building is haunted by the ghosts of hookers that were hunted by the butcher baker.
Are you saying haunted by the ghosts of hookers past?
Yes, very
Okay.
much.
Until last week.
Until and so
It's the dogs.
yeah, it's the dogs.
Smells fishy. Zoned out for a second. Hooker hunting. What?
Round back
Well, this is a 10,000 square foot building, like just
Yeah.
shy of, and we decided that we're gonna cleanse it with sage and drink champagne.
Yeah.
So it took like just shy of 2 hours to do
Yeah.
it.
Mostly to finish the bottle. of
So
champagne.
No, we were out before the first room.
It doesn't look like, I know it looks like, you guys see a set, it looks like Canadian Wayne's World, but really this is basically
You
two
want me to turn the
5,000,
No.
no.
Okay.
This is basically two 5,000 square foot warehouses stacked on top of each other. So the bottom floor that we're sitting in right now is actually, I think that wall collapsed. So the bottom floor is 4,200 square feet, completely open. The top floor is 5,000 square feet, completely open, but we've put in like false walls and stuff, things like that. So we're basically sitting in a 10,000 square foot, 2-story warehouse as we film this. And it makes a lot of really disturbing and loud fucking noises when you're here by yourself.
Yep.
And it's unnerving.
Do you remember the time period where I carried a fucking gun here at work because I worked late? And
Yeah.
I would always hear weird noises, and it sounded like someone's trying to get in the building. It's like, I think it's someone out front or out back. I'm not quite sure. You guys
Or
just,
break
like,
into your Jeep, which has
happened a lot.
several times.
Yeah. Is it really breaking in when they just hop in the back and they just pop open the center console and grab everything out
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Break in.
when there's no top on or doors?
But it was locked.
There's no top.
But the box was locked.
Yeah, it was. They just kind of forced it open. But
I love his zoned out for a second. Hooker hunting, what?
Nice.
It's my favorite comment ever.
A knife comment. Look at this.
Oh, hey.
front flipper versus tab flippers. Just got my first front flipper.
Yes,
know,
you did.
We know you did, Will.
Yes.
We know
Aren't
you
you
did.
glad? I was like, look
I-
at this fancy knife.
I like front flippers. I mean,
I
it
did
took
too.
me a little while to get
Yeah.
used to them.
Uh-huh.
I don't like the. Oh,
I thought we
shit.
had a conversation about
No.
how you hate front flippers.
Now it just sounds like I'm just specifically shitting on ZT and Emerson. But the Emerson ZT front flipper, I do not like that knife.
It's the perfect combination. If it was in JG10 and S35,
Chavez or Hinder? Ooh.
Ooh.
Depends
Well-
on which one you're talking
Well,
about.
don't forget
And
James'
yes,
comment. Because
bums.
James is correct.
okay,
That is
the,
absolutely right.
the burns sleep in your.
Bums.
Bums.
Bums. You want my glasses?
No, I
Are you
don't.
sure?
The bums sleep in your doorway on the weekends. They do. The thing is and this is why I carried a gun, is I've legitimately gone out back and there's a circle of fucking homeless people beating the crap out of each other.
Okay, so well, the thing
Yeah.
is, like,
No,
okay,
cat's there.
so
No.
so
It's cleaned up recently.
oh, I
will say
know,
the
but
past year or so.
but people who watch this don't understand the orientation. So the orientation where the bum sleep is that direction. It's basically right over there. The noises we hear are right over there, which is easily 75 feet away. and the noises we hear are internal to the
Mhm.
building.
Just
So
from down below.
it's not noises coming from outside the building. It's very clearly coming from right over there, which we know where that spot is upstairs. It's right near our t-shirt printer. It's right near the refrigerator. Sorry.
things.
Let's
By
see
the way,
here. It's
hold on, wait,
downtown.
Chavez or Hinder?
That's a
Hold on,
big-
I don't want to skip that. I have
Both?
a bad taste in my mouth from Chavez. Not anything to do with his work or anything, but he came out with a top grind on his knives, and somebody who had bought a knife right before the top grind came out asked Chavez to do a top grind onto his knife he had just bought, and Chavez was like, "No, I won't do it." And so he asked us, and he's like, "We do a top grind." I was like, "I can." The problem is, it's on the secondary market. It's a $2,500 knife, and if I fuck it up, he has an 18-month waiting list. I can't fix this. I can't replace this. So I don't want to do it. Although I'm confident that I could. If it was mine, I would have done it. No problem. I'm not confident that I could take care of this customer's knife, and if I fucked it up, be able to make them whole. So I said no. So because of that, I have a bad taste in my mouth from Chavez, but I do really like his work.
That was a long time ago.
It was a very long time. It was probably 8 years
7
ago.
years
Yeah, I think it was even longer than that. It was a long time ago.
I think Norvin has a great comment here. Actually, we got-
Fight Club.
Let's see here. It's downtown.
Zach
Yeah.
knows.
Someone peed outside the building one time, and I came by. It
Yeah.
was not one time. It's
I'm sorry
multiple
about that. It
times.
won't happen again.
God damn it, Mike. And we have a utility corner in the back corner. People like
Anybody
to
got an
take dumps
Arrowhead
there.
bottle? A Gatorade bottle would be better because I like the larger hole.
Fight
Not that I'm
Club.
bragging, but just saying.
Let's see here.
Fight Club. Oh, this would be perfect for Fight Club. It's a concrete warehouse basement. I
What?
just wanted to destroy something pretty.
What laser system are you using? Do you think you'll use it enough that it'd be worth it to get something better that won't need to be fixed every couple months?
We did get something better. We just had to figure out how to use
we
it.
do have something better. We don't have any time to figure it out. Like Lori said,
When you go up in wattage, and the way it works, the wavelength changes. So even though you have a formula, you still have to tweak for the specific machine. And
Yeah.
it's a lot of work.
well, and if you buy a 20 watt and then you buy a 50 watt, if you take all the programming from the 20 watt and you adjust it mathematically for the 50 watt, it doesn't work. It doesn't make the same thing. It's a different animal. So it's a whole new thing we have to learn, which we just don't have time for.
Charge admission for the bum fights.
I don't want to pay taxes
Yeah.
on that.
It's Dirty Mike and the boys.
Yeah, they call it a soup kitchen.
TMI. Are you all still ordering Spyderco
Yes,
knives?
we just
Oh,
placed an order
yeah, she just placed a
a
massive
couple days
spider.
ago, but a lot of it is out of stock.
Make the ghost fight the homeless.
Ooh, a laser. Can I come play with it?
No.
You can, but you have to hold your hand still, and we get to tattoo you with the laser first.
I bee blasted my arm today, and I was like, "Can you bee blast off tattoos?" Because I think I just did. I had to look at it and be like, "Oh, that really hurts."
Oh man.
Aw.
That's okay, Zach. You're used to it.
But yeah, we still do order Spyderco knives on the regular, don't we?
Yes,
she
all the
just
time.
she just placed a massive order like yesterday, day before.
Some of the ones that we even ordered that were in stock on the website are on back order.
Oh jeez.
I was like, "Oh, great."
I mean, we did get that new PM2 that's apparently not even available for anyone
S45.
else.
I think I want to take that out of stock, and I think I want it.
Thank you, man.
I mean, you
Is that all right with you?
That's fine. Whatever.
All right. I want firsthand knowledge of S45.
You have to buy S45 and something else, and
How about I
Compare.
give up? What if I give up one of the knives that I normally? What if I give up this or this?
no, just keep them. Just take the S45 and no, don't you dare.
But we have to Rockwell,
Compare 'em.
yeah, the Unuzon and that.
Yours and
Yeah,
his.
yeah,
and if
yeah,
anybody
we
else
do. We
has
do
an
definitely.
S45 that they want to
Yep.
let be Rockwelled.
let's see here. Alistair said he wants an 80-20. What's on everyone else's wish list?
Just knives?
I mean, I,
So I have some expensive
I
taste.
don't know. Like is there anything on your wish list that you haven't just found or ordered or taken or?
I know. I want an amok with
Nope.
Navajo blanket, my card.
Mexican.
Yes. Yes, I told you where to get it. I told you where to get it.
And he ordered it.
Good. Nice.
Yeah.
Sorry,
It's a
guys.
wavy Navajo blanket, Mexican blanket micarta on a
Which
fucking
are
amok.
very different.
We're not putting our
cultures.
fucking name on that thing.
Then don't. What we'll do is we'll put El Amok on it.
Elamuck.
Zero blades leave factories all the time.
You have to pay Joey to do that because he's not doing it on our time.
If that's the case, we're going to do like different barrels and the whole 9 yards. Anyone else have like a favorite they've been trying to hunt down? Like he's got his 80-20. I mean, you guys have had pretty much everything come through the shop, but like, is something you enjoy using that you haven't had a chance to really keep? Or
I can't think of anything that I really want that I can't find or.
isn't
You
there
know,
an auto Benchmade of some sort that you really want?
I'd like another mini skirmish.
Wasn't it?
Because I misplaced
Ooh,
one.
a gold class skirmish! I'd fucking kill for that.
Was it a mini Adonis auto or something? No, it was.
No,
Ruckus.
mini ruckus.
You want a mini Ruckus auto.
Mini
That's
Ruckus.
what you're
Mini
rusting
Ruckus
And
out.
then
auto.
a Kodiak, Benchmade
Yeah,
Kodiak.
mini Ruckus auto. I would
Jesus.
I
that's
carry
true.
a mini Ruckus auto like a motherfucker for sure.
Any Spyderco bodies? Oh, he
Bowies?
means
Bowies.
Bowies.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I did not see any in stock or
Yeah, they-
available, so I didn't. And nobody is gonna buy those.
Thoughts on lube on ceramic ball bearing pivots?
Skip Chicago. I mean, that was a decent
Yeah.
comment to talk about, to be honest.
Why not?
So
Oh, let's hear Knife Joy Bowies on eBay
Yeah.
for 700 and
the
up.
Sleesh Bowies that were re-released, that went for
And I talked to
$3.99.
Paul today about it,
Yeah.
and I was like, "No, thank you. No,
Yeah.
thank you."
Oh, did he have one that he was trying to sell?
No, because he was talking about our next project, and I was like, "Let's like get
Oh,
through the summer
Sleesh Boy.
first."
Oh my
And he's like,
God.
"Oh, did you see this?" And I was like, "No," but Alex
Oh.
told me, and no, thank you.
Yeah. No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Lube on ceramic ball bearing pivots.
I mean, if you can only make it better with the right kind of lubrication, right?
Never mind me. I'm just leaving.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy for Spyderco as far as the price is concerned.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the Ender 3D printers, difficulty justifying buying it. Okay.
I don't even know what.
3D printers are kind of a pain. They're fun.
We've got
But-
a couple of them.
Right?
They're definitely a pain. Do you guys mirror polish blades?
We used to. We really don't anymore. We can. Depends on what steel it is. Like, I don't want to sit and mirror polish LMAX, but it's possible.
Yeah.
54 is a lot easier to mirror polish.
The new gold class is
The
really
Tengu?
sweet. I think it's pretty cool.
Compared to old gold classes.
Oh, I forgot. I've got the Tengu flipper too.
It's falling out of your pocket a little bit.
It's in my belt.
I don't like it as much as I thought I would.
I like it more
I
than
like
I thought
the
I would, to
mini
be honest.
Crooked River better.
I mean, I love it. I'm a sucker for the Crooked River, so I like it more as well. But I definitely dig it.
I think they did a
it's
good
cool.
job making it cool looking, for sure.
It's different.
What do you guys think of the Exoset Stormtrooper?
We haven't been offered it, and we don't know how to get it. So I think that it's a myth other than pictures.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. We'll eventually get some.
I was just able to get a Microtech Stitch from Finland. Been trying to get one for over a year. Now it's over here in the
Yeah, the
States.
Stitch is badass. We've had
You
a bunch of them come
Got
in,
an
but
auto from Finland? Cool.
Sure.
Good for you.
yeah, I mean that's another like knife that just is. So
Yeah, I mean, Scarab 2s, the little
Yeah.
mini Trodons, the Hawk Autos, a lot of the all-ball stuff. The only way that we can ever get stuff from Microtech is when their inventory list comes out, because we can have it on back order forever, but their inventory list comes out every 4 to 5 weeks. So, like, hopefully this week we'll get an inventory list, and we order it off of there, because if we just wait for stuff from back order to show up, we never get anything. We had stuff on back. We had 150 grand worth of knives on the back order for like 3 years. We never got anything. So we just order from the inventory list. We bug our rep, and she's really nice about stuff. And like, if she can get us stuff, she will. But it's, I don't know, ordering from
it's
Microtech.
tough.
This is how it's always been. So
Looks like Hail Darth Bane is saying
Yes.
that the Benchmade
Yeah.
competition
M4
choppa.
high flat grind.
Yes.
I worked at so in 2018 I was with Benchmade and I worked the booth at Blade Show West. It's like the first time they reintroduced the show. And the student came up and he had 2 of those, like the 373 I think is the number. And I was like, how the fuck do you even have those?
No,
Like,
it's. Sorry, I was gonna argue model numbers. I thought it was like a 135.
I mean, it could be. Yeah, I thought it was the 373.
We actually considered making a competition version of the Severance
but,
to
yeah,
compete, but Blade Sports was canceled that year, so
Yeah.
we never ended up making
Yeah.
it. And M4 is ungodly expensive.
Yeah, that was pretty steep for the Bowie though.
I'm old, Night Owl. Yeah,
Good night, Aaron.
me
Night,
too, Aaron.
Well, as we reach the top of the hour here, we're going to be calling it quits pretty quick. If you guys have any additional questions, feel free to ask. We'll answer as best we can and then call it a night.
What is
3D model for the backspacer on the spaced out bug out posted somewhere. I don't know.
actually, no, it's not. I built that. But I will say there is a guy who sells them on Etsy. The reason we made our own instead of going through him is because, I mean, he's just one dude selling some shit on Etsy. We can't place an order for 500 of these fucking things. We'd crash him. So I designed it from scratch and built one and developed our own. But if you look for a glow-in-the-dark backspacer for bug outs specifically, there's a dude on Etsy selling them. Hit him up. I don't want to be the person that like steals his idea or anything like that. So hit him up. We do have extras. We're not selling them because we're not done with the project. But hit this dude up. He sells them for like $5 or $6. Hit him up. I don't know if he has his design out there, honestly, but I just built ours from scratch.
Let's see here. Microtech seems to show favoritism for certain vendors I've seen.
Well, I mean, all vendors do, though. You know what I mean? You spend $20,000 or you spend $240,000. Guess who's getting the favoritism?
Yeah. Shit.
Do you guys accept trades or buy knives? Yes, we do.
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes.
If you got something cool, let us know. If you got something really weird and cool, even better.
Okay, but it needs to be kind of in our wheelhouse. I don't want the taillight for your 99 Chevy Silverado.
Then someone shows up in a 66 Lincoln.
Oh, I buy that.
Yeah, I know you would. You totally trade for that.
I'll buy that.
Why are Striders so hard to get? ? I read an article where they said Strider was never in the military.
I thought the original Strider folder was the first folder ever to be issued to the Marines with an NSN. But then the mixed Striders the mixed Strider customs became very hard to get, and then the typical Strider knives became, pretty run of the mill. I've had several of them.
I thought he was in the military, but he said he was fucking spec ops and all.
Oh no! He got caught lying.
Right, exactly. He was just regular military.
He got caught lying, but as far as I know, his folder was the first folder with an NSN issued to the Marine Corps. I could be wrong, honestly. Like I said, I mean, I don't want to shit on Strider. I really don't know, but I've had several of them. So I guess it depends on what you're trying to get on whether or not they're hard to get. Because I've had a mixed Strider custom, and I've had 2 just Striders. But I mean, it all depends on how much money you're willing to throw up.
Yep, and we do have one in the shop, right?
Yeah. It's my old one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's 20 CV, black aluminum, titanium lockside.
What about trading in an elephant footstool?
Oh,
No.
Chad, bring it down. Chad, he's right there.
Do you need a broom? Just hit the fucking
Yeah,
ceiling?
I mean, he's sitting right fucking there. I just went and pissed and walked right past him.
Well, we'll answer a couple more questions here. I have some Sprint Run Spyderco Rex 45, S45VN, and a custom knife factory Spectra. Oh, good for you.
What did
He wants to trade.
Oh, he wants to trade.
Yeah.
What did the Rex 45 Rockwell at?
I don't remember.
Was that the one that came in at 54?
No, it was higher than that. Rex 45 is good. We like Rex 45.
Right. There was one. Remember when we did all the Spydercos?
Yeah, I don't know if we had. I don't think we had a Rex 45.
I don't know.
We
I
had
think
Spy,
we did.
we had Spy 27. I think we did.
I don't think we did. What knife would we have had? Because we've had some natives and stuff with Rex 45, but I remember wanting to get a Rex 45 for that test, but not
So we
being
had
able to get
S30,
one.
M4, Spy 27,
Yeah.
Maximate, Crewwear. Those are the 5 we did.
ZDP 189.
6.
Well, as boring as it sounds, we have a spreadsheet around here somewhere that shows all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Spy Spy 27.
Oh,
was
Spy
really-
27 was the one that came in at like.
it
Yeah, that was disappointing.
That was the one that
Yeah.
came in like 54.
Yeah.
Rockwell at 54. All right.
Yeah.
Well, as Norvin, if you've got some knives you want to trade, shoot some pics and whatever you're trying to do to admin@northernknives.com, and we will.
Or you can just Google us. We're easy to find.
Yeah, or you can just Google us and hit the contact us button.
We've been a company for
20 years,
since 96.
30 years,
Since 96.
45.
So I think that's 35.
He's IT.
Is that 25? I don't know. Whatever.
All right, and then he's saying Rex 45 should be
Should be.
65 to
Well,
67.
Yeah, I mean,
We
it
will
depends
find
upon-
out.
Depends on who's doing the treat, but yeah.
Well, thank you all for joining us.
Thanks,
We will see you
Yeah.
again on the first Saturday of next month. We'll have a few videos between then that are not necessarily interactive, but we'll be going over new stuff that's come in.
Not necessarily interactive. Definitely not interactive. You can talk to the screen. We're not going to fucking answer.
That doesn't mean it's not interactive. It depends on the voices in your head.
Oh, well, you can comment, which
Exactly.
we don't look at. Only because YouTube comments are cancer.
All right.
So, all right,
Night,
see you later.
guys.